This could double as a Ray-Ban for pirates. Look at that. It's summer once again, and like every year, G-Shock is releasing its summer collection. But this iridescent line of watches is actually one way of G-Shock showing off their manufacturing ability. Find out how. This is the iridescent GA-2100 from the latest limited edition summer collection from G-Shock. The dimensions are the usual 45.4mm in diameter with a 48.5mm lug distance. This is one of the thinnest G-Shocks coming in at 11.8mm with a weight of just 51 grams. This is a 5611 watch, not a Patek, but a 5611 module. It is still a horological legend, but a digital way with all of its features, or dare we say, complications. This is a summery cool Casioak that sports a clear resin band and case paired with a color deposition crystal. This is the first time that Casio used this on a crystal when it's always been applied on metal parts on some of its models. G-Shock is known to milk its best sellers. Every year, the company launches a summer collection that features bright and colorful pieces. And who could resist the fan favorite Casioak? Okay, maybe not every middle-aged man has a craving for a rainbow-colored jelly watch, but this 40-year-old designer certainly got lured into getting one. I actually got this from Japan along with another Casioak, the GA-2100NN. Both are manufacturing flexes from G-Shock. On my 6¼ inch wrist, the GA-2100 fits very well. This is one of the biggest selling points of the Casioak. It's really the closest in dimensions to a conventional watch. But what sets this particular 2100 apart from the others is the surprising secret it's hiding. Casio's color deposition technology is already a marvel to look at with the pleasing gradation it delivers. However, when I got it on my hand, I noticed that the gradient is reversed from orange to blue inside, but blue to orange on the outside. That cranked the cool factor to sub-zero levels for me. I couldn't resist and I had to open it to see what's going on with this watch. Well, I actually planned on disassembling this for the channel, but now I'm even more excited. Notice too that I took apart the GA-2100NN, that will come in later. Another interesting choice by G-Shock is to build this model with a clear band and frosted resin case. This gives the colorful crystal more contrast. Now here's something very fascinating. The crystal is actually coated both at the front and back of the glass. That takes an extra effort to flip the crystal on top of coating it. Now that leaves us with a clear view of the dial. It's actually a pearly white dial with silver indexes. This is how the color is consistent because it's not painted on. It's actually reflected from the underside of the glass. Very neat. Now let's see how it looks like with a clear crystal using the one from the 2100NN. The module snaps perfectly with a tab on the 12 o'clock position guiding the fit. The beauty of these G-Shocks is that I could feel comfortable taking the watch apart and handle the module with my bare hands. Of course, it's recommended to wear gloves and keep your table dust-free at all times. But I'm not a watchmaker handling a multi-$1,000 watch here. This combo is not bad at all. I would love to have a clean white dial skeleton resin Casioak. This one retains the NN's chapter ring, making it a sort of a panda configuration. With these two watches, I could play around with a number of configurations, multiplying my enjoyment. But back to its colorful default, there are still a couple more things to notice as an effect of the crystal coating. Many who purchased this model notice that the LED is brighter than other Casioaks. This we can attribute to the shiny dial and that reflective inner crystal coating. Because of these two layers of reflective surface, we can even spot an infinite mirror effect that's unique to this display. It's a useless feature, but in a cool, psychedelic way. Maybe funky, surely a little quirky, but any which way you call it, it's a watch designed to be fun primarily, yet functional when needed. While we have that train of thought, the functions are here, but you do have to look harder to use it. I mean, literally. One of the drawbacks of having a mirrored crystal is that the glare at times gets in the way of seeing the dial. It's like wearing a Ray-Ban shades, not on your eyes, but on your wrist. Nothing wrong there, we can find millions of ways to wear our watches. This one is clearly adding rainbows under the sun. Literally. So if you like the Casioak and rainbow colors, this particular model of G-Shock might be the one for you. Now it's a little hard to read the time on the dial, but I can't also stop staring at it. Let's mix things up a little bit. Look back to the video and point out to me in the comments below what's wrong with the G-Shock that I've been handling throughout the video. I'd like to see the comments. Also coming in the next few weeks, we have a review of the Seiko 5 GMTs. We have this gifted to us by our friends in Horology Story. Thank you, Adrian, for that. We're also going to review the Tissot PRX, that's also in the works. And we have the new Wise Hitman, and this one is a limited edition and it's very interesting. Stay tuned for that. Also, sorry.